If you need 80 shots in a magazine, you shouldn't own a gun.
President Biden and I believe in the Second Amendment.
I'm proud to announce the creation of the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. We came together to overcome the relentless opposition from the gun lobby, and we beat them. It's time again to ban assault weapons high-capacity magazines. If you need 80 shots in a magazine, you shouldn't own a gun.
So as is customary when commies are in charge, it's a never-ending quest to expand the state and infringe on your rights. The Biden admin and the current Dem party being no exception. You got to see there in the intro, the Biden admin announcing the Office for Gun Violence Prevention, right? With heels up, taking the lead. And that would be hilarious with her propensity to be a no-show and her other so-called positions, the border being a prime example. But the problem is her propensity and pattern of abuse, mistreatment, and unlawful behavior when doling out justice, as we've seen the example, her being the AG in California, denying people bail, hiding evidence, extending sentences just to get free labor for the state, basically. And, that's not anyone you want in charge for any situation that entails your rights or lack thereof. But, of course, this is going to involve some of the usual community justice action fund and Every Town for Gun Safety, pretty, vocal anti-Second Amendment groups. And the reasoning being used is the stat of 500 mass shootings happening this year alone, which we know is absolute shit. If anyone with any knowledge of the way that they use these flawed stats to sidestep your rights, it's anybody that's, any three parties that have been shot in a single instance. That really widens what they can call a mass shooting, huh? I mean, someone, kills himself, it's a mass shooting. A gang shooting where multiple people are shot's considered a mass shooting. I mean, they're just going to blend that all together. So, people tend to think that, there's school shootings and shit happening all the time when that's really not the case. I'm not going to use the stereotypical, remove, these 5 Dem cities, but we can honestly say if you remove Dem cities out of the equation, these violent statistics absolutely plummet, right? And, due to almost always their policies or, again, lack thereof, right? But next we have the admin announcing the launching of the American Climate Corps, right? Corps as in, like, military, right? Aimed at the mobilization of young people, creating jobs and clean energy and climate resilience, right? Teaching those young people the skills and opening pathways to civil service, right? State recruitment, basically recruitment for the most impressionable minds among us to absorb these kids into the climate hysteria grift. And, in true 1984 style, having kids turn on their parents, as if that hasn't already been happening. But this is just a way to kick it into hyperdrive. And, of course, the excuse the communists love to use is, for the safeties of the children's, on both these occasions. If it saves just one child, but on the other hand, have an abortion until your kid's fucking, getting a license or whatever. So, expansion of the state, recruitment of your children, again, communist modus operandi, but it doesn't stop there. Just for a smaller scale example, we have the inept race baiting Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, whose soft on crime policies have led to an increase, of course, in crime. And, of course, the repercussions of, these crime streaks are tending to be the closure of stores and mainly grocery stores, Walmart, Whole Foods, such, in Chicago. And of course, you know, this guy, the only thing in his artillery, it's because racism's, right? And, you know, in true communist style, we have to open up fucking state grocery stores, right? To create equitable access. There's that fucking famous Marxist term being sloshed around quite a bit. You know, and this is, you know, basic shit. If you've been to anything that has to do with the state running it, as far as, you know, like, you know, 1980s Focus Hope style or some shit, you know what you're going to get. Some powdered fucking milk, you know, dehydrated shit, or, you know, USDA canned goods. You know, that's good times. The only good thing to come out of that was the fucking cheese blocks. Wonderful grilled cheeses and cheese eggs, right? But, you know, other than that, a whole lot of trash. That's exactly what you want. You know, but, you know, the pattern that you begin to see here is that we all laugh and poke fun about the Green New Deal. And we've heard the WEF spin their wheels and, you know, spout all this climate alarmism and, you know, control mechanisms up to and including limiting purchases and rolling out, you know, digital-backed currencies. But, you know, lo and behold, here we are. It's being rolled out, you know, in detail. I mean, every aspect, you know, down to the cracking down on, you know, farms, to California announcing the reduction of methane. I mean, you know, so on and so forth, right? The carbon tax, you are the carbon. I mean, you know, the list just keeps going. You know, but you guys know the deal. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Come by to bullshit. Appreciate the stop as always. Smell you later.
Planet has been here for 4.5 billion years, all right? We've been here, what, 100,000? Maybe. 200,000? Maybe. And we've only been engaged in heavy industry for a little over 200 years. 200 years versus 4.5 billion. And we have the conceit to think that somehow we're a threat? Planet has been through a lot worse than us for a long time. Been through earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, continental drift, solar flares, sunspots, magnetic storms, the magnetic reversal of the poles, bombardments for hundreds of thousands of years by comets and asteroids and meteors, sandstorms, erosion of all kinds, cosmic radiation, worldwide fires, worldwide floods, recurring ice ages. And we think some aluminum cans and some plastic bags are going to make a difference? Planet isn't going anywhere. We are. We're going away.